It is a beautiful day in the mountains of southern Appalachia, a beautiful fall day. The leaves are spectacular and they're falling a lot today. I looked out the window a minute ago and it was just like a rain shower of leaves. It's beautiful. They're falling on the roof, and then when the wind blows they scuttle across the roof and go off the end. I just had to go to the post office, one of my daily trips to the post office, and as I was driving through Brasstown, I went under like a canopy of trees and it fell down, and I found myself laughing. I thought, I'm as bad as Ira getting excited about the leaves. It's just really special to see them. You can hear them falling off the roof now. Anyway, it is a beautiful day. It's supposed to get cold though. Cold weather's coming our way. Rain's coming in tonight. I think it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow too. So I need to do some stuff outside. One of the things I forgot when me and Matt was hurrying around trying to gather in our stuff before the first frost is that I forgot about my dahlias. You can see them over there. I forgot about them. So I need to pull those up. I'm going to take all of your advice. A lot of you said I should pull them up, so I'm going to try pulling them up and letting the tubers, I'll spread them out in the basement, taters, dahlia taters, some people call them, and let them dry out, and then put them up, and I'll plant them again next year, probably in that same bag maybe. So I'm going to do that. And then I bought some bulbs. I want to plant some bulbs, thinking about spring already. And I would like to plant them in front of the house, like the little steps that we have going from this level down to the basement level. I would like to plant them in the area between the steps and the house right there. I don't know exactly how that's going to work. There's a drain pipe in there, so I'm going to have to be careful of it. And I've ended up, when I want to do something, sometimes I go overboard. So I bought some here at a local store, and then I ordered some from M.I. Gardner, so I may have too many to go right there. But I want to get that done today. And then while I'm there, something I've wanted to do for several years now. You've probably heard me complain about it in my videos. I love hostas. I have so many hostas. I have them everywhere. I have miniature ones. I have big ones. I have different shades of them. I have ones with frilly leaves, ones with plain leaves. I have lots of hostas, and I love them all. It's one of my favorite flowers just because they're so easy. They're so easy, and they're just kind of carefree, and you can eat them. I have a video about that if you'd like to try to eat them. But the ones that I've planted in several different places, but one of the areas is up here in front of the house under my kitchen window, they have got so big that they shade out everything else once they start growing. So this is the perfect time while I'm going to be in that area working, digging some. I might try to dig some of those up. I might just bring them, I have so many again, and set them over on the bank. I've done that before, and they start growing on the bank. So I might try to do that, and that would leave that part open. I could put some bulbs in it, but it would also leave it open next year for me to plant some flowers in it that I think would be really pretty as you drive up to the house, but also as you pull up. I've been really working on that bed across from it for the past several years. It was really pretty this year, but I want to keep working on that little area. So those are my plans today, to get that done, but also just to enjoy being in the beautiful, beautiful fall weather. First thing I'm going to do though is tackle the dahlia to make sure I get that done. You can see how the frost, we've been having frost, how it's just, the leaves are just dead and shriveled up. So I don't think it's been cold enough yet to actually freeze the whole bag, but that cold weather that's coming will do that. So I guess I'll trim some of them back and then just start pulling them up, and we'll see what they look like. One of the dreaded mulberry weeds that made me sick. Still not completely over it. I think it caused me to be so sensitive that now everything's bothering me, but hopefully that'll go away. This has been such a pretty flower. It's been so beautiful. I've really enjoyed it. Okay, maybe I'll just start pulling up and see what happens. Okay, so that's what it what it looks like. Wonder, I guess I could, next year I could break those apart and plant them separately, have even more. And there's one. This one's gonna, I'm gonna have to dig, looks like. There's one little one. Oh wow, look at that. Broke one of them off. So these have really grown since I planted the 2 or 3 little ones I planted in the spring of the year. This is great. I might end up like Aunt Ina and have a whole row of them in the garden. I think I had one over on this side too. Maybe not though, maybe that was all of them. I'm gonna lose my clippers, ain't I? One, little one. Okay, maybe that was all. I think that was it. Now, I want to, just for curiosity's sake, the ones that I planted from Pat and Betty that I got, let's go out there and just see if they have anything like that on the bottom of them. I don't think they do, but I don't know, maybe they do. This is one of the containers that where I had them from Debbie or Betty and Pat. I don't even know what I'm saying. Let's see. Oh, they do have some. Look at that. These were the Tropical Breeze. I'll put that in my pocket so I won't lose it. So they do. Look at that. Look at those little taters. So I'm definitely going to save them too. That I was curious and didn't know if they would do that, but there you go. Let's see. Oh yeah. So that's exciting. There's another just little card. Let me go get me another tray because I want to keep these separate from those others, and by spring I'll never remember. That's just amazing. I wonder if you could, I guess, ooh, I didn't mean to, but I guess you could break all those apart and just put them separately, like spread them out. Okay, let's see. Okay, that one didn't have as many. There's a few though. Oops, I'm breaking them all to pieces. I don't guess it matters, but there's one little bitty one. Look at that one. Little tiny one. It may fall through my cracks of my thing there. I'll have to keep an eye on it. Oh no, I threw it right in a crack where it will fall out. That was great. Okay. Well, how exciting is that? Now let's see, there's another little one. Let's see if there's more in the other one. And then see how many I dropped out. I'm going to have to go get a container for them. And I think this will work better since they're falling out the holes. They're not as big as those others. Okay, let's check the other one. Let's check this one. Well, there's a little bitty one. Oh yeah, look at that. Ain't that amazing? I think some of you told me though, if you started them like the year before, I started them from seed, and that if I had looked, there would have been these under there too. I just never looked. I'll spread these out in the basement where they can dry. I guess that's what you do. Y'all have to tell me on this video what I need to do. Well, that's great. Have those to start with next year. That'll be more than enough to do these 2 big ones, but probably if I wanted to put some somewhere else too. So I'm tickled to death. Have those. In fact, let's see, I've took my coat off. I'm going to get the little tag to put in that so that I'll remember what they are. I don't remember what those were at all, but they were really pretty. So I'll take these to the basement and spread them out in a pasteboard box or something like that and let them dry. And I guess try to plant them again next year and see what happens. So now let's look at the bulbs that I've got. These are tulips. You can see there the different shades of pink. There's 25 of them. And then this is what I got from M.I. Gardner, who I love. If you ever want seeds or bulbs, they have all kinds of stuff. I've never not been pleased with what I ordered, and I've been ordering from him for years, and I always am pleased with the seeds or the bulbs. So this is a daffodil replete. This is a tulip, Shirley. There's not many of them, but there's still a few. And then this is like mixed crocus. And I think there was like 50 of them, or maybe it was just 25. There was a lot. Maybe 25. Feels like maybe 25. So look at that. They're starting to grow. So this is the area that I want to work on next. This is those hostas that I was talking about. I've been wanting to remove for several years because when I first put them there was nothing there, and then they just kind of overtook the whole bed. Now when I dig those up, there's lots of daffodils in this bed, so I'm going to be digging them up. I'll just put those back. I can't remember the name of this. I have it in 2 or 3 places, and it kind of does something pretty in the fall. In the spring, has little red berries, and then it comes back in the fall. And this is where our resident, see him up there? Our spider's been hanging out. He's looking awful pitiful today. I wonder if he's still alive, because I think he was there in that exact same place a day or so ago. That's a big writing spider. I will not disturb him if he is still alive, or I'll try not to. In this part of the bed is a peony rose. I'll leave it there, but I'd like to remove all these. And then down through here, that bare space, that's where I'd like to put the bulbs. You can see I have some thrift, or some people call it creeping phlox, that blooms in the spring and the first of summer. And then I have a drain pipe. You can probably see it, so I have to be careful about that. On this side, that's some hosta debris left right there, but I don't think I'll try to move it. In the edge of this bed, I have several little bitty hostas, the miniature kind that don't get very big. You can see right there is a huge one. I would like to move it, but I don't know if I'll do that today. I'm going to concentrate on the first 2 things and see if I can actually get that accomplished. So I guess first of all, I'll kind of trim back the hostas, trim them back a little bit just so that I can still see where they're at, but get rid of some of those leaves before I start digging. And again, I should probably go get me a tray or something to put them in. Well, I don't know. If I'm just going to set them on the bank, I might literally just carry them across the way and set them to plop them down. They're about too flimsy to trim. I'm doing better just to pull them. Well, I got that cleaned out. Now I'm ready to start the terrible process of digging.
You're gonna want it.
Wherever you put it, I can carry it in buckets, or if you leave it in your bucket or whatever.
I can bring it close.
I'm going to use it right here, and right here.
I got it up to here.
Okay. Be my problem. There's one, but I didn't nowhere near get all the roots. So it'll come back next year, I'm sure. That's part of it. While I've been working, I've just thought of a friend who might actually want these. So I will text them and ask, and then if not, I'll put them on the bank. What in the world? What is that? I have no idea. Look at all those purple marbles and stuff. Corey and Katie wrote all over that when they were little. Let Matt see it when he comes back. It probably just got laid down there and then got covered up with a rock. Matt went to get me some mulch. Filled my bucket up. Oh, here comes the rain of leaves. I love it. Some other mystery something that I don't know. It's metal. Let's hope it wasn't nothing important. Well, I was going to say I think I did it. And look at that big pile I left right there in the middle. I didn't do it. Now I think I've got it done. What a job. Even though I got most of them, I know I didn't get them all because their roots are so deep. So I'm sure I'll have hostas coming up in there next spring. But I won't have as many because look what I got out. Matt went and got me some mulch, but I think I'm going to go see if I can find some dirt. If I could put a layer of dirt, compost or something, and then kind of plant the bulbs that I was going to plant, continue on down the hill there, and then put the mulch on. Something bit me in the eye. Can you look at it? What that is?
I see it. Even got my glasses.
What is it?
Just a little blood spot. Does it hurt?
Well, I mean, it kind of hurts and itches.
Think something bit you?
That's what I thought, but I don't know. It's bleeding.
A little bit.
Felt like something bit me. I think I just got something in it.
It's just a little tiny, like a little scratch looking spot.
Okay. I think I got the prep work all done. Now I just got to lay my bulbs out. I think I'll just lay them on top of the ground and then come back and dig them in, I guess. I need to look at when I know the crocus will be the very first thing to bloom, and they're small, so I'll probably put those in the front. I wonder when the tulips as they bloom. And they'll get 18 to 24. I'm not good about any of this. Normally I just put them wherever and it just works okay. Okay, mid-spring for them. Mid-spring. And then the daffodils. I'm not sure. So I like kind of the clumps, like put a clump here and a clump there and a clump here. I got all those other daffodils I need to put back in there too. So, I don't know. I'm just going to go for it. And how can it not be pretty, right? Whether you put them all in a row or if you put them in a grouping. Maybe I'll start with the big tulips, though, since there's so many of them. What I would like to do down there by the thrift, I didn't think of this till I'd already ordered these flowers, is I would also love to put some, like, order some wildflowers that's native to our area and put them right there and see if how they did. That stays kind of moist, but it gets morning sun, and then by the evening, of course, the sun goes around the house and it's more shady. So I don't know if they would do good there or not. I used to have some lily of the valley there, and it did pretty good, but over the years it just died out, so maybe I could do something like that. So maybe I won't plant as many down through there. I think the tulips would be prettier up here anyway, and the daffodils really, but I'm not going to have room for all of them. Do you know what this is, Matt, this metal thing?
Yep.
What?
That is a piece of a broke leaf spring off of one of my old Chevrolet trucks from many years ago.
Well, I found it in that flower bed. And then I found something else too. Let's see, where's it at? I don't know what happened to it. It was a piece of metal, a long piece of metal. I don't know, I must have covered it up with the daffodils. What do you think it was? Like a piece of rebar or something?
I don't know, without looking at it. That's a piece of a leaf spring off one of my old trucks.
I figured you'd know what it was.
I remember it vividly.
You remember changing it?
Yep.
Out here in the dirt?
Yep, there it is.
Where? Oh yeah, there it is. Is that rebar or something?
No, it ain't rebar, but it's just a piece of a round metal rod from something.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Alright, well, I found it too. Treasure hunting in the flower beds.
Make a good knife out of that.
Oh, really?
Oh, sure.
Okay, Matt said he could make a knife out of the...
It would make a good knife. I probably can't make one.
Oh, well, you could.
I'd have to have a forge, but...
Well, yeah, you'd have to have a forge, okay. Look at nature. I got that bed already, and nature has already thrown an acorn in it so that it could try to grow a tree there, but I can't put it there. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's the tulips. I'm glad that I think this is good, and that way I can save that part down there for the wildflowers that I want to get. But I'm going to put the crocus down there, at least some of them. Now with the daffodils. What you doing, Dad?
Just seeing if you needed help, or if you're going to shovel this stuff.
I'm going
to the car and get a little closer with it.
Yeah, I could pull the car up and get closer. I'm going to shovel it, but first I got to plant all these. So you want me to just call you when I'm ready to shuffle? Shovel? Shuffle. I'll be shuffling out here. Unless you want to help plant.
I'll do whatever. I'll just get a stopping point in what I was doing.
I know, you got stuff to do.
I got to wait on you to get done with that before I make tremendous noise.
Well, I'm almost done.
All right.
What kind of noise are you going to make?
Shoot this new gun.
Well, go ahead and shoot it.
No, I ain't going to shoot right now.
We ain't afraid
of...
of...
The boys asleep anyway.
Oh, well, yeah. Alright, well, it didn't take long for the daffodils either. Oh, I forgot about the other tulips, the Shirley tulips. And I've got bugs in my eye that I somehow managed to cut. I thought it was Matt says it looked like a cut. I thought something had bit me. Let's see how many of the Shirleys there is. Well, this is going to be real pretty. There's just 5 of them, so here comes Mr. Banksy. He's going to see if he can help. You coming to help? Or to instigate? To dig up? Investigate. I know you're nosy. Go ahead. Go ahead. for the little bitty ones. Okay, I just got to plant them and cover them, which I need a shovel for. A little shovel trowel. And I left one of my rocks out. I left a bunch of rocks out. How did I do that? Let's see. It might rain. He's gonna get me. Ooh, I'm forgetting about my little bitty ones. I'm just gonna stick that one way down in there. Unfortunately, I'm digging up daffodils. Oh, I forgot I gotta put those others back too, don't I? Let's see, what did I do with those that I dug up?
Bye-bye hostas.
Bye hostas.
Oh, my spider friend is still there.
Well, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead? How do you know?
Well, I touched him because he never would move. So he's just, that's just where he gave up the ghost.
Dang it.
Well, you know, did you ever read Charlotte's Web? That's what happens. That's what happens.
Here, let me
I
take him
knew
and
because
bury
he had not moved in so long. Like I seen him there 3 or 4 days in a row, and then before I ever started, even before I started cutting the hostas, I touched him and he didn't move.
Stinks.
Well, just,
I wanted him to live. He got too cold.
well, I mean, that's just the nature of what I'm saying. Have you ever watched Charlotte's Web?
Here, I'll give him a burial. Come on, buddy.
I don't know if you should bury him. I want Ira to see him again.
No, he's kind of, I don't think he's dead. He ain't stiff. Watch him.
Well, he ain't moving. Maybe he's in the last days of his death, last hours.
You think we should put him out of his misery?
No, I just leave him, let nature take its course.
We'll leave him.
He's been a lot of fun to watch, ain't he?
Yeah, I didn't want him to die. I'd have kept him alive. But
Should have got him a little spider blanket like I told you to and kept him warm. He probably wouldn't have died.
I just didn't want him to die.
Why do you think he's dead?
Because we poked him and he don't
He don't
move.
hardly move. I thought he was dead. Before I started, I made sure because I didn't want to disturb his, his stuff.
Well, he quit.
Too
For a
close
long
to
time, he kept his web up and he's not worked on it in a long time.
Now I've ended up with 3 extra tulips. Maybe I put them back here. So Matt moved the tractor real up close so we can put the mulch all around it now. All around them.
Those sticks.
Well, we just have to pick the sticks out, I guess. This is our free mulch that from Granny's trees being cut, but with free mulch comes sticks, I guess.
Listen, Papa's working. We'll watch him work.
You gotta
okay?
watch Papa work, see what he's gonna do.
What's he gonna do next?
Right
huh?
here's a big shovel. I don't know which one you need.
Mama, how come you put the hostas back?
Well, because the hostas take over everything else.
They do, don't they?
And we wanted to have some pretty flowers here, but wanted to plant some bulbs too, so.
I see what you mean, yeah. Well, and they'll come back. They're not dead. The hostas, they'll come back?
Well, no, I mean, I dug them up. There'll be some in there. I no way I got them all, but
Oh,
these
okay.
are not coming back. See how many I got out?
I see what you mean.
They've been there for years.
They have, yeah. Well, this will be nice.
I've been in grade school.
You haven't been here that long.
When you was in grade school, this was a
So it's a patch of oaks.
patch of oaks, yeah.
Until somebody made the mistake of selling me a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Binky, you see him? Yeah, he's gonna come help.
Mulching all the way down.
Yeah, all the way down, just up close to the, or wherever you hit it, be fine.
This one's just from here.
got the stuff put back up in the greenhouse, sat down to rest for a minute. I'm so glad that I got that chore done, and what a wonderful thing to look forward to next spring, to see if those crocus and daffodils and tulips all come up and if they're as lovely as I think they will be in my mind. Really nice to have that done and something to look forward to. Now when you're planting things like that, to begin with, I'm not an expert. You should always do your own research. But they do say, even on the ones I bought, how far deep to dig, like whether it's 6 inches, 6 to 8 inches, whatever. I live in a very, very rocky area. So Matt and I have really worked hard to get our garden beds. Of course, the raised beds are different. They're on top of the ground. But our in-ground gardens, we've really worked hard over the years to get our soil to be nice and loose and put lots of organic matter back into it every year. So those beds are pretty easy to dig in, although they still have rocks in them. But my flower beds and things like that, it's almost impossible because, of course, I've never worked at them like I would where we grow the food. So I can't never really go that deep. And I've found that they still grow good. Now, they might not for you, though, so you should do what you need to do. But if you're thinking, Tipper, you didn't plant them too deep enough, I never do, because if I did, I'd have to hire a dump truck to come take off the rocks that I dig out. And then sometimes, it's a big, Matt calls them donics. You hear that sometimes in the mountains of Appalachia. A big donic, this big, and then you got to dig and dig and dig and dig to ever get it out. Anyway, so I do the best I can, and usually that works out really good. Matt went to put the tractor up, or to dump what we didn't use back down at the garden, and he's going to put the tractor up. He blowed off that place for me, so that was really nice. Makes it look better. The rain, we're going to get rain tonight, and tomorrow will wash away all my other dirty places out there. It will wash those places away. Now, when it comes to hostas, there are so many, and there's so many varieties, and they're just an amazing plant when you think about how beautiful they are, how hardy they are, and how well they grow, but then that you can eat them. I just found that out in the last few years, that you can eat them in the spring of the year. You could eat them throughout the year, but they're better in the spring when they first come up. So people think of hostas as shade-loving, and they do love shade. I have them under my porch. There's more that need to be dug up and separated or whatever, but they love shade. But I've found that they don't mind hot sun either. Mine don't. Now maybe that's because I'm on the north side of the mountain, but the ones on that side that I just dug up, they get all the morning sun, all the evening sun, or the day sun, until the sun reaches behind the house as it comes around the ridge. Then there becomes a little shadow there. So not all day full sun, but they get the hot sun of the morning. Then I have some in the back, which I've got those up. That was one of the projects I did, I think, last year, in this flower bed in the back. And it gets the hot, beaten down evening sun, and it radiates against the house and then back down on the hostas. And then the little ones I have alongside the house, the miniature ones, those are some of my favorites. They get full sun pretty much until they get more sun, in other words, than this one or that one. I don't have full all-day sun anywhere up here, so maybe that's why mine do good. But I just have noticed that even the ones in the sun do as good as the ones in the shade. So I think hostas, in my mind, is one of the very, very hardy plants for sure. And they're beautiful. And I have so many of them because of the generosity of one of my aunts, one of my dear aunts. So she shared every hosta she had with me years ago, and then they multiply, so then you end up with more. And they are a really, really lovely plant. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me today. I've worked up a sweat. I'm hot. I need a popsicle, right? It's strange to think about that in 2 or 3 days it's going to be the coldest weather of the year that we've had, but also unusually cold. Like usually we don't have that kind of temperatures until January, so it's coming early this year. By the time you watch this, the cold weather will already be here, and maybe if I'm cold that day, I'll remember back to just a few days before when I was hot, but also enjoying the beautiful fall weather. I hope you can see some leaves falling behind me. They're falling in front of me everywhere. I'm always glad when you come along to help me celebrate Appalachia.